In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to view macros in Excel. If you need to inspect an existing macro in a workbook, Excel makes that fairly straightforward once you know where to look. This is especially useful if you want to review how a task was automated, confirm what a macro does before running it, or make changes to the code in the future. To begin, open the Excel workbook that contains the macros you want to view. Make sure you're working in the correct file, because macros are typically stored inside the workbook where they were created. If the file includes automation, opening the right workbook is the first and most important step. Once the workbook is open, go to the View tab at the top of the Excel window. This tab gives you access to several display and workbook tools, and it also includes the controls for working with macros. In the macros group, click Macros. This opens the menu where Excel lets you manage or inspect the macros available in the current file. From there, select View Macros. That will bring up the macro dialog box where you'll see a list of the macros that Excel can detect in the workbook. In the macro dialog box, click the macro you want to view. After selecting it, click Edit. Excel will then open the Visual Basic Editor where the macros code is displayed. This is the area where you can read through the macro line by line and understand exactly what it's doing behind the scenes. If you're new to VBA, which is the language Excel uses for macros, don't worry if the code looks technical at first. The main goal here is simply to access and view the macro. From this editor, you can inspect the code, review the logic, and, if needed, make adjustments. Just be careful when editing anything, especially if the workbook is used regularly, since even small code changes can affect how the macro runs. One helpful tip is to avoid making edits unless you're confident about what the code does. If you only want to review the macro, opening it in the editor is enough. You can always close the Visual Basic Editor afterward and return to your workbook. And that's it. Once you've opened the workbook, gone to the View tab, selected macros, chosen View Macros, and clicked Edit on the macro you want, you'll be able to see the macros code directly in the Visual Basic Editor.